Number 10. PnB Rock. The rapper and singer was tragically murdered on the 12th of September after he was shot while dining at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA with his girlfriend. LAPD Captain Kelly Muniz told The Times later that day that the intruder shot the victim and ran out the side door to a getaway car and then fled the parking lot. The attacker first demanded jewelry and other valuables before getting into a struggle with the rapper and opening fire. Rock, whose real name was Rakeem Allen, was rushed to the hospital where he died just before 2 p.m. While the attack might have been planned, many people believe it occurred as a result of the rapper being tagged online, as his exact location was shared on the internet via Instagram by his girlfriend just minutes before he was attacked. Born on the 9th of December in 1991, Rock was inspired to make music at age 19 after hearing Drake's iconic album Take Care. His ability to blend melodies with his rapping made his future in hip-hop extremely promising, and it wasn't long before he captured the world's attention with his musical talent. His murder was a senseless tragedy and is still under investigation right now. Loving this video so far? Please hit that like button, it would really help us out. Number 9. Ray Liotta. Deadline reported on May the 26th that the Goodfellas star had passed away in his sleep at the age of 67, leaving behind his daughter Carson and his fiancée JC. Ray's last post on Instagram has since been flooded with rest in peace messages from fans. The New Jersey native was born in 1954 and adopted at the age of 6 months old out of an orphanage. Interestingly enough, he always assumed that he was Italian, but when he found his birth parents later in life, he discovered that he's actually Scottish. But he did do an impeccable job at playing a lot of Italian-American characters throughout his career, with his breakout role being in the 1990 Martin Scorsese crime classic Goodfellas. Ray's acting career also had a big resurgence in recent years, with films like The Many Saints of Newark, Marriage Story, and No Sudden Move. He won a Primetime Emmy in 2005 for his guest stint on ER, and was a 2-time SAG Award nominee for the 2015 miniseries Texas Rising, so he leaves behind an incredible legacy. Number 8. Queen Elizabeth II. She was the reigning monarch of the United Kingdom and 15 other Commonwealth realms. She died on September the 8th at the age of 96. Her coronation took place on June the 2nd, 1953 at Westminster Abbey, and for the first time ever was televised, allowing people around the world to witness the event. The Queen's 70-year reign was mostly peaceful, despite vast changes across her country over the decades. Queen Elizabeth surpassed her great-great-grandmother Queen Victoria to become the longest-living British monarch on December the 21st of 2007, and has been portrayed many times in pop culture. Buckingham Palace released a statement confirming her passing, saying the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The news was shocking to the world, as Elizabeth has been around for almost everybody's lifetime and was revered around the world, even outlasting 12 US presidents. She was a tremendously popular and influential figure in her lifetime and stood for stability and order of the crown. Her son, formerly known as Prince Charles, has now stepped up and taken the throne as Britain's new reigning monarch.
And at number 7, Andre Leon Talley. Andre Leon Talley passed away on January 19th, 2022. He was known as a larger-than-life personality in the fashion industry, breaking the glass ceiling as he was a black man in a predominantly white industry. He was 73 at the time of his death, and he passed away in White Plains, New York. His death was in a hospital after a series of health struggles confirmed by his friend Darren Walker, the president of the Ford Foundation. A statement read, quote, "Andre Leon Talley was a singular force in an industry that he had to fight to be recognized in." Mr. Walker also called him a creative genius, and noting his ability to shape a persona for himself out of a deep academic understanding of fashion and design. His passing was confirmed on his Instagram page, and at the time no cause of death was given. However, later when Vogue posted their obituary, they revealed the cause of death was a heart attack. And at number 6, Bob Saget. The world was heartbroken on January 10th when it was revealed that Bob Saget had passed away at the age of 65. The comedian, best known for the role of Danny Tanner, was currently on a comedy tour at the time of his death. In a statement, his family said, quote, "We are devastated to confirm that our beloved Bob Saget passed away today. He was everything to us, and we want you to know how much he loved his fans, performing live and bringing people from all walks of life together with laughter." Saget was found dead in his hotel room at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, Brand Lakes, according to a statement from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. There was no indication of foul play or substance use. He was in Florida for a comedy tour taking place across the country. Days later, TMZ reported that the medical examination is leaning towards a heart attack or a stroke as a cause of his death, but we will have to wait 10 to 12 weeks for it to be officially confirmed. Halfway number 5, Sidney Poitier. Legendary actor Sidney Poitier passed away on January 6th of 2022 at the age of 94 years old. He passed in his home in Beverly Hills, LA. Portier was known for his groundbreaking achievement of being the first black man to win an Oscar for Best Actor in 1964. He won the Oscar for his role in the 1963 movie Lilies of the Field. Throughout his career, Portier received 2 more Oscar nominations, 10 Golden Globe nominations, 2 Emmy nominations, 6 BAFTA nominations, and 1 SAG nomination. Before his death, he was the oldest surviving male Academy Award winner. Portier's cause of death was a combination of heart failure, Alzheimer's disease, and prostate cancer, according to a death certificate obtained by TMZ. His family revealed that he'd been struggling for a long time, and they're happy that he is now at peace. In at number 4, Jordan Cashmyer. The 16 and pregnant star passed away on January 16th at the age of 26. Jordan, her boyfriend Derek Taylor, and their daughter Evie appeared on MTV's 16 and Pregnant back in 2014. The young parent's heartbreaking story played out on the show as they were homeless while Jordan was preparing to give birth. Her mother revealed the news in a statement she wrote to Facebook. Quote, "Last night I received a call that no parent ever wants. My oldest beloved daughter, Jordan, has passed away. She was only 26 years old. Our hearts are truly broken." Cashmyer had struggled with addictions in the past, but prior to her passing, it was believed that she was sober, as she had celebrated her year of sobriety in January of 2021. As of now, her cause of death has not been revealed, and it's not clear if her family knows the cause of death or not.
Number 3, Anne Heche. The actress rose to prominence on the soap opera Another World, and she passed away at 53 after being involved in a fiery single-car crash in LA on August the 5th. According to a coroner's report, Anne died from smoke inhalation and burns. She was in a coma for a week before being taken off life support on August the 14th. News of her car accident and subsequent death really shook Hollywood to its core, as Anne was much beloved in the industry. Her peers came forward recalling her contributions to not only cinema, but to the LGBTQ+ community. Director Nathan Scoggins, who worked with her in one of her last films, said, "Anne held nothing back, in life or in performance. She was fearless, going too far in some takes just to make sure she went far enough. But you can't love without trust, and she loved with her whole heart." Anne had famously dated Ellen DeGeneres, who expressed her sadness at her ex-girlfriend's passing and tweeted, "This is a sad day. I'm sending Anne's children, family, and friends all of my love." Number 2, Tony Sirico. The New York native, best known for playing Tony Soprano's associate Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos, died on the 8th of July at the age of 79. His former co-star Michael Imperioli wrote a loving message about his friend on Instagram, saying, "He was as tough, as loyal, and as big-hearted as anyone I've ever known. I was at his side through so much, through good times and bad, but mostly good, and we had a lot of laughs. I will miss him forever. He is truly irreplaceable." Tony had an incredible career, but he really rose to fame for his portrayal of Paulie on the hit series The Sopranos. His character was a loyal henchman for mob boss Tony Soprano, played by James Gandolfini. And even though the show was known for its unflinching depiction of violence, Paulie quickly became a fan favorite for adding moments of humor throughout the grim drama. His talents will certainly be missed. And coming in at number 1, Jesse Powell. The Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter has died at the age of 51, as his family announced on the 13th of September. According to his sisters Trina and Tamara Powell, Jesse passed away peacefully in his LA home. They released a statement saying, "It is with a heavy heart that we announce the passing of our beloved son, brother, and uncle Jesse Powell. The family remembered him as a man who loved music and was devoted to his fans." The statement concluded with, "We want you to know that you meant the world to him." Born in Gary, Indiana, the beloved artist was raised in a musical family that included his 2 younger sisters, who eventually became the popular late 90s R&B duo. Jesse himself became an overnight sensation in 1999 upon the release of his R&B track You. The song cracked the 2nd spot on the Billboard R&B chart and peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 at the time. He went on to release 4 albums throughout his career. Jesse was certainly one of the best R&B male vocalists in the industry, and he'll be remembered for his music.
Up next, number 9, we have Cecily Tyson. The Tony Award and Emmy-winning actress passed away on January 28th at the age of 96. She was in the entertainment industry for many years, ever since she made her debut in the 1956 movie Caribe Gold. She was famously known for her choice of roles, always portraying resilient and uplifting Black women. She earned awards for her starring roles in film and television over the years, even earning herself an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. In 2018, she actually became the first Black woman to receive an honorary Oscar, and then 2 years later, she was selected for the Peabody Career Achievement Award for her work on the stage, in film, and in television. Her memoir called Just As I Am was actually released just 2 days before her death. No cause of death has been stated at the time of this reporting. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Soo Yoo-jung. The South Korean actress passed away on January 23rd at the young age of 26. Her passing was announced by Subline Artist Agency on Instagram on January 24th, but her cause of death was not released. The agency did not immediately respond for media's request to comment either, so there still remains a lot of mystery around what really happened to her. Rumors have been flooding the internet with people alleging that she may have committed suicide, but again, that has not been confirmed. She rose to fame for her roles in TV shows like Make-A-Wish, School 2017, and Golden Rainbow. Outside of her acting career, she was also a model and an advocate for people with disabilities. Her fans are still very distraught by the news and are hoping that they get some answers soon on what really happened to her.
Number 7. Ivana Trump. The Czech-American ex-wife of former President Donald Trump died on July 14th at the age of 73. Paramedics were called to the Upper East Side home over a report of cardiac arrest, but her official cause of death has not yet been confirmed. Ivana married the former US president in 1977, and they went on to have 3 children together, their daughter Ivanka and sons Eric and Don Jr. Although the couple divorced in 1992, Ivana kept her ex-husband's surname. Trump took to social media to pay tribute to her passing and wrote, "I am very saddened to inform all those that loved her, of which there are many, that Ivana Trump has passed away at her home in New York City. She was a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing woman who led a great and inspirational life." Eric Trump wrote on Instagram that his mother was a force in business, a world-class athlete, a radiant beauty, and a caring mother and friend. Number 6. Teddy Ray. The actor and comedian who was featured on MTV's Messiest and HBO's Pause with Sam J passed away on August 12th at the age of 32. The rising comedic star appeared in a number of TV shows, shorts, and stand-up specials, including Comedians and Cocktails, How to Be Broke, BSU, Black Student Union, and All Deaf Comedy, among many others. He most recently served as co-host of the Ridiculousness spin-off Messiness alongside Snooki, Tori Spelling, and Adam Rippon. All Deaf original, who Ray frequently collaborated with, wrote via Instagram, "All Deaf family, we're heartbroken and still cannot believe that our brother Teddy Ray has passed away. Teddy was the kindest person you would ever meet. He was always smiling, he had a natural ability to make anyone laugh in any situation, and his laugh was infectious. To know Teddy was to love him. Teddy is a great one and a legend at All Deaf. We will miss him every day, but we know that heaven will be laughing." Number 5. Olivia Newton-John. The Grease star died on August the 8th after a 30-year battle with breast cancer. The English-Australian singer's death at 73 years old was confirmed by her husband, John Easterling. Olivia Newton-John was best known for her portrayal of Sandy in the iconic 1978 musical Grease alongside John Travolta. Her breathy voice and wholesome beauty made her one of the biggest pop stars of the 70s. She was an incredibly talented singer first and foremost, and sold more than 100 million records over the course of her career, with hits like I Honestly Love You, Hopelessly Devoted to You, and Physical. But behind the curtain of her star-studded life, her health started to deteriorate rapidly. In 2018, Olivia revealed that she was treating cancer at the base of her spine. It was her 3rd cancer diagnosis following bouts of breast cancer in the early 90s, and in 2017. She eventually became a fierce advocate in the fight against the disease and founded the Olivia Newton-John Cancer and Wellness Center in Melbourne. Number 4. Denise Dowse. The Beverly Hills 90210 star died at the age of 64 after being hospitalized for meningitis, which left her in a coma. Denise was well known for her portrayal of Miss Yvonne Teasley on the iconic teen drama 90210, and for playing Dr. Rhonda Pine on HBO's Insecure, among a number of other roles in TV and films. The late actress's sister, Tracy Dowse, wrote via Instagram on August 13th, "I want to take this moment to thank our friends and family for all the love and the prayers. It is with a very heavy heart that I inform everyone that my sister, Denise Dowse, has gone forward to meet our family in eternal life." Denise Yvonne Dowse was the most amazing sister, a consummate, illustrious actress, mentor, and director. She was my very best friend and my final family member. Denise loved all of you, and I know that she's watching over us with all the love that she has. I ask for privacy and your continued prayers.
Taking over the number 3 spot is Marion Ramsey. The Broadway and Police Academy actress passed away on January 7th at the age of 73. According to The Hollywood Reporter, she passed away at her home in Los Angeles. Her agency rep, Roger Paul Inc., released a statement and said, "The dimming of her light is already felt by those who know her well." She's best known for her performance as Officer Laverne Hooks in the Police Academy film franchise, beginning with the 1984 original and then several role reprisals. She was also known for being a longtime advocate for HIV and AIDS awareness and was very much loved for that. Outside of the film industry and advocacy, she was also known for her Broadway performances in shows like Hello Dolly and Little Shop of Horrors. Rolling into the number 2 spot is Harry Brandt. He was a socialite known for his own career, but also for being the son of supermodel Stephanie Seymour and magazine publisher Peter Brandt. His death was a very shocking tragedy for everyone, as he passed away on January 17th at the very young age of 24. His family revealed the news to New York Times and said the cause of death was an accidental overdose. The statement said, "We will forever be saddened that his life was cut short by this devastating disease. He achieved a lot in his 24 years, but we will never get the chance to see how much more Harry could have done." The disease that they are referring to is his addiction that reports say he was struggling with for many years. For anyone who may not know who he is, he was an online influencer but also a model appearing in Italian Vogue campaigns. When he was a teenager, he also wrote for Interview magazine, which his father owned. And last but certainly not least, in our number 1 spot, we have Larry King. The news was shocking to everyone when the world found out that he had passed away on January 23rd at the age of 87. The beloved journalist and radio host passed away in Los Angeles just weeks after he was hospitalized with COVID-19 on January 2nd. He was in the industry for 63 years and succeeded across multiple platforms of radio, television, and digital media. He was known to the world as Larry King, but he was actually born as Harvey Zeger in 1993 in Brooklyn, New York. He changed his birth name in the late 1950s as he started his broadcasting career in Miami. In 1985, he launched his legendary cable TV show, Larry King Live, which became one of CNN's biggest programs. He earned a ton of awards throughout his career, including 2 Peabody Awards and inductions into the National Radio Hall of Fame and Broadcasters Hall of Fame. On top of that, he also is the author of several books. Very successful, to say the least, and very much missed. Taking our number 10 spot is DMX. The rapper's passing broke millions of hearts when it was announced on April 9th. His passing came just 1 week after suffering a heart attack at just 50 years old. His family revealed the sad news in a statement online and wrote, "Earl," which was his birth name, "was a warrior who fought till the very end. Earl's music inspired countless fans across the world, and his iconic legacy will live on forever." Fans shared his music all over social media and flooded his accounts with loving messages. Over the course of his career, he released 15 songs that made it to the Billboard Hot 100 list, and outside of music, he also appeared in 15 films and many TV appearances. So to say he had a successful career would be very much an understatement. Up next, number 9, we have Nikki Graham. The Big Brother UK and Big Brother Canada star stole the hearts of everyone when appearing on the reality TV show. Everyone adored her bubbly and energetic personality and were devastated when they found out that she had passed at the young age of 38. The most difficult part about her passing was the reason. She had been struggling with a very long battle of anorexia and was seeking help at a private hospital when she passed away. Her career first took off when she appeared on Big Brother UK back in 2006, and then she went on to star in The Ultimate Big Brother in 2010, and then Big Brother Canada in 2016. Her close friend Duncan James recently opened up about her passing and said he begged her to eat when he saw her back in 2018, and that he didn't know how serious her battle really was. He didn't even know that she was in the hospital and said that he regrets not being able to say goodbye to her. A lot of people didn't know, including her fans, but she was always very open with her struggle, even writing an autobiography called Dying to Be Thin back in 2009. So she had been very open with her struggle, but when she was seeking treatment in the hospital recently, she didn't really tell many people. At number 8, we have Jameel French. He was known for his role as Dave Turner on the hit TV series Degrassi: The Next Generation, and won the hearts of many, many people throughout his career. People were shocked when the news broke that he had suddenly passed away at the young age of 29. The cause of death was not revealed to the public, but co-stars flooded social media with tributes to the very talented star. He was nominated for a Canadian Screen Award for his work in Degrassi, and he was a fan favorite and worked on the show from 2009 to 2013. I love that show. He also received a Canadian Screen Awards nomination for Best Supporting Actor in 2018, so he had a very successful career and a very bright future. Fans are wanting answers since his passing came very suddenly, but they still shared his tributes and condolences online, and nothing has been revealed about the cause. Coming into number 7, we have Deezer D. The actor, who is best known for his role on the drama series ER, passed away on January 7th at just 55 years old. Fans loved him for his role as nurse Malik McGrath on the medical series and were shocked to hear about his unexpected passing. His brother, Emery Thompson, actually announced his passing on his Instagram account. Reports say that Deezer was found unresponsive at his Los Angeles home on the morning of January 7th. According to TMZ, an official cause of death has not been determined. However, another brother of his actually leaked some information to a media outlet and said that they suspect he had a heart attack, but again, this has not been confirmed. Moving on to number 6, we have John Reilly. The actor lived a long, successful life, but sadly passed away at the age of 84 on January 10th. He rose to fame for his role on General Hospital and Beverly Hills 90210. His daughter, Caitlin Reilly, announced the news of her father's death on her Instagram, but his cause of death was not disclosed. Her tribute to him was very emotional and sweet, and she did reveal that she made it home in time to say goodbye and hold him, so we know that it wasn't totally sudden or unexpected in a sense. The actor was originally from Chicago and started acting in the 1960s with guest starring roles on Death Valley Days, Apple's Ways, and Gunsmoke. In 1984, his career moved forward and he starred in 6 episodes of Dallas, and then from there, he went on to portray Sean Donnelly on General Hospital for 11 years. Talk about a very successful role. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have Ed Bruce. People refer to him as a country icon, and fans were devastated to read that he had passed on January 8th at the age of 81. He had many hit songs over the course of his decades-long career, like the all-time classic, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. He actually wrote the song with his then-wife, Patsy Bruce, and people quickly fell in love with it. In 1982, he released the single, You're the Best Break This Old Heart Ever Had, featuring Lynn Anderson, which charted for 21 weeks and landed at number 1. That same year, he also co-starred in the TV series Brett Maverick. From there, he actually went on to appear in other fan favorite shows, so although his music career was a success, he also had a career in film. But his music is what people really know him by. He earned himself 35 Billboard spots, including 6 top 10 hits. In spot number 4, we have Peter Mark Richmond, another successful actor that had a very long and successful career. The news was announced that the actor died on January 14th at the age of 93, and the cause of death was stated as natural causes. Reports say he died of natural causes at his home in Woodland Hills, California. His rep confirmed this with People magazine. The actor has more than 130 television credits to his name, including his recurring role as Reverend Snow on Three's Company. After the news broke that he passed, his Three's Company co-star, Suzanne Summers, posted a statement and said, "Comedy is musical. Peter Mark Richmond and I understood the music from the very first time we appeared together on Three's Company. He knew his stuff. We lost a good one. Rest in peace, Peter Mark Richmond." In our third spot is Jessica Walter. The Arrested Development actress lived a long life and passed at the age of 80 last month in March 2021. She was an award-winning actress whose career spanned over 6 decades. With a resume full of roles and award nominations, the one that people mainly remember her for was her performance as Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development. She earned an Emmy nomination and 2 SAG nominations for her performance. When she was off the big screen, she also served as the 2nd National Vice President of the Screen Actors Guild and was elected member of the SAG Board of Directors for over a decade. After the news broke of her passing, former co-stars and fans began sharing their memories online and paying tribute to her. And honestly, after I read some of them, people have nothing but amazing things to say. They were so heartfelt. They were so sweet. She sounded amazing. Taking over the number 2 spot is Helen McRory. The news came very recently, just a few days ago, and shocked everyone when it was revealed that the Peaky Blinders actress had passed away from cancer. Reports shared that she swore her friends to secrecy as she underwent treatment because she didn't want her professional or charitable work to be overshadowed by her illness. Her friend Carrie Cracknell did a radio tribute and spoke about it. Helen's husband Damian Lewis also announced the news that she had passed away peacefully at home home at the age of 52 on his social media. She was best known for playing Polly in Peaky Blinders, as well as appearing in the Harry Potter franchise and The Special Relationship. And if I'm being honest, people are still in a lot of shock about this news because no one really knew what was going on. They didn't know the severity of her illness or that she was seeking treatment, because she wanted to keep it quiet in her final weeks.
At number 9, Kevin Clark. Fans of the 2003 movie School of Rock were devastated to hear about the sudden passing of one of the film's stars, Kevin Clark. Kevin, who played the character Freddie Jones, aka Spazzy McGee, passed away on May 26 of this year at the age of only 32 years old after being involved in a tragic accident. According to reports, Kevin was riding his bike in a Chicago neighborhood in the early hours of the morning when he was struck by a vehicle. The actor was rushed to hospital, but sadly he did not make it. Kevin's death hit his family very hard because it was so sudden and unexpected, and because he reportedly just got into a good place in his life. When speaking out about Kevin's passing, his mother told sources, quote, "He told his bandmates just yesterday, you know, this is finally the life I want to live, and we're going to make it. You're my musical family, my family, and we're going to make it," end quote. Kevin had just started a new band and they performed for the first time on the weekend before he passed. Before this band, he was known for forming other musical groups and writing songs and teaching kids about music. His love for music and drumming skills are actually what led him to getting the role in School of Rock, even though he had no prior acting experience. Kevin was an incredibly talented man who is certainly gone too soon. Before I carry on with the list, I would like to ask you guys to leave a comment down below sending a positive message for the families of those on this list. Losing a loved one is never easy, so let's send them some positive energy their way. At number 8, Sophie. Grammy-nominated pop artist Sophie passed away suddenly at the age of 34 following an accident in Athens, Greece. A trans icon and progressive musician, Sophie was known as a visionary, some calling her a quote, pioneer of new sound and one of the most influential artists in the last decade. Sophie's debut album, Oil for Every Pearls on Insides, released in 2018, was nominated for a Grammy for Best Dance/Electronic Album. The news of Sophie's sudden passing shocked many of their fans as well as other celebrities, with many of them saying that Sophie was gone too soon. The artist will be remembered for their progressive music and sound and their groundbreaking individuality.
Next up at number 7 is Paul Ritter. The Tony-nominated actor, best known for his role in Chernobyl and Harry Potter, passed away just a few weeks ago at the age of 54. Reports announced the news and revealed he had passed away during one evening in his home after suffering from a brain tumor. He was surrounded by his wife and sons at the time of his passing and was said to have gone very peacefully. The actor was born in the United Kingdom but made a name for himself internationally in the Hollywood scene. His resume was packed with different opportunities. He starred in the British television series Friday Night Dinner, which ran from 2011 to 2020, and in 2009 he also received a Tony nomination for his lead role in the play The Norman Conquest, and he also appeared in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, so some younger generations might recognize him from there. And in more recent years, fans adored seeing him in the Chernobyl miniseries. In the number 6 spot is Trisha Noble. Her acting career was packed with incredible roles, but one of her most notable was her role in 2 Star Wars films. But that is not to say that she didn't have a wildly successful career outside of that role. She's actually known for being an Aussie actress and pop singer who got her start on the TV show Bandstand before she pursued a music career and then continued with more acting. She had several big hits along the way, but ended up turning her focus to acting and moved to the UK, where she starred in television series and even made appearances on the big screen. It was in the late 60s that she moved to the US and changed her name. Fun fact, she was actually born as Patsy Ann Noble, and then she changed it to Trisha. Sadly, she passed away on January 23rd, 2021 after suffering complications from a tumor caused by inhaled asbestos fibers. She passed away just 2 weeks shy of her 77th birthday. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Adam Perkins. The Vine star that went viral and created a career for himself sadly passed away recently at the very young age of just 24. In 2015, he achieved fame for a 3-second video of him saying, "Hi, welcome to Chili's." Once his Vine exploded, he built a career as a performer and a musician, and fans were devastated to hear the news of his passing. Family members, friends, and fans went online to pay tribute to the star, and the Chili's restaurant also sent their condolences on Twitter. Chili's wrote, "We are saddened by the news of Adam Perkins' passing. He brought laughter to so many of us and will always be remembered and cherished. Rest in peace, Adam." His death was confirmed by his twin brother Patrick, who revealed the news that his cause of death will not be disclosed. Fans are upset by that, but hopefully they are respecting the family. Moving on to number 4, we have Roger Mudd. The longtime television journalist passed away at the age of 93, but fans agree that it was still too soon. He served as an anchor for CBS and NBC and passed away in March from kidney failure. He first began his journalism career in the 1950s and later made a name for himself when he joined CBS News. He spent 20 years covering the news for CBS Evening News, and in 1980, he left them to join their rival network, NBC. One of the interviews he is commonly remembered by is for his award-winning interview in 1979, which he conducted with then presidential candidate Senator Edward M. Kennedy. The news networks took it to social media to pay their tributes and also announce their condolences. No bad blood between those two rival networks. They both got a taste of the legend. That's a plus for all of them.
At number 3, Dustin Diamond. Fans of the hit 90s show Saved by the Bell were heartbroken after learning about the passing of actor Dustin Diamond, who played Samuel Powers, aka Screech, on the show during its run between 1989 and 1992. Dustin, who was only 44 years old at the time of his passing, lost his battle with stage 4 lung cancer on February 1st, 2021. Fans learned of Dustin's cancer diagnosis just 3 weeks before the actor passed away. After his death, Dustin's representative issued a statement where they said, quote, "He was diagnosed with this brutal, relentless form of malignant cancer only 3 weeks ago. In that time, it managed to spread rapidly through his system. The only mercy it exhibited was its sharp and swift execution. Dustin did not suffer. He did not have to lie submerged in pain. For that, we are grateful." End quote. The source also said that Dustin passed with his girlfriend by his side and was surrounded by love.
And at number 10, Meatloaf. One of the recent celebrity deaths that we've experienced this year shook a lot of rock fans. Legendary rocker and actor Meatloaf sadly passed away this year on January 21st at the age of 74. Sources said that the rocker passed away surrounded by family and friends, including his wife Deborah and daughters Pearl and Amanda. Meatloaf's career spanned over 6 decades and included the release of hit music and movies like Fight Club, Focus, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Wayne's World, personal favorite of mine. His 1977 album Bat Out of Hell still remains one of the top 10 selling albums of all time. Over the course of his career, Meatloaf sold over 100 million albums worldwide and starred in over 65 movies. When news of his passing broke, Meatloaf's agent released a statement to the public saying, quote, "Our hearts are broken to announce that the incomparable Meatloaf passed away tonight, surrounded by his wife, daughters, and close friends. We know how much he meant to so many of you, and we truly appreciate all the love and support as we move through this time of grief and losing such an inspiring artist and a beautiful man. We thank you for understanding of our need of privacy at this time. From his heart to your souls, don't ever stop rocking." In at number 9, Louis Anderson. Also on the 21st, comedian Louis Anderson passed away at the age of 68. His death came shortly after it was announced to the public that Louis had been admitted to the hospital to undergo treatment for diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, an aggressive type of blood cancer. Louis had quite a successful career in comedy, being first catapulted to fame in 1984 when he made his first TV appearance as a stand-up comedian on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Many may know Louis from starring in films like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Coming to America, and for his work in television, having been part of the animated show Life with Louis as the host of Family Feud, and for his Emmy award-winning performance in Baskets. Before we go on to the next, make sure to give this video a like. In at number 8, Manfred Terry Mugler. Sadly, on January 23rd at the age of 73, legendary fashion designer Terry Mugler passed away. He rose to fame in the 1980s while working on his fashion collection for men, and later went on to become internationally adored by men and women for his unique looks. Mugler retired in the early 2000s, however he came back to dress Kim Kardashian for the Met Gala in 2019. That year the theme was camp, and Kim said she did not think any other designer would do it justice. He was known for show-stopping looks he created for the likes of Madonna, Lady Gaga, and Cardi B. His passing was announced on his Instagram. His account posted a black square with a caption announcing the news. The caption read in part, quote, "May his soul rest in peace." It did not give any details on the cause of his death. Kim Kardashian posted a touching tribute on her Instagram, writing, quote, "Manfred Terry Mugler, my heart breaks. There's no one like you. Your vision, your transformations, your magic. I am so honored to have known you, spent time with you, and be a muse for you."
At number 6, Samuel E. Wright. Though some of you may struggle to recall the name, you no doubt know the voice of Samuel E. Wright, best known for playing Sebastian the Crab in the Disney animated film The Little Mermaid. Samuel wasn't just known for his Disney role, however, as some may know him from playing Dizzy Gillespie in Clint Eastwood's Bird, as well as his role in the series of Fruit of the Loom commercials. musicals. Samuel began his career on Broadway, making his debut in Jesus Christ Superstar in 1971, and later going on to play Mufasa in The Lion King on Broadway in 1997. As I mentioned, his best known role is for playing Sebastian in The Little Mermaid, and this role is what brought him the most success. He performed the songs Under the Sea, which won an Oscar for Best Original Song, and Kiss the Girl in the film. Samuel would later go on to talk about his desire to be successful in Hollywood, where he said, quote, "Maybe not every actor would say this, but if I didn't want to be immortal, I wouldn't be acting. I do want to make my little mark on the world. An actor's worst nightmare is to hear, 10 years from now, Sam Wright? Who was Sam Wright?" If you have that kind of attitude, you tend to take each role and make it the best role you've done, end quote. Samuel passed away on May 24th, 2021 at the age of 74 after a 3-year battle with prostate cancer.
In at number 3, Adalia Rose Williams. YouTuber Adalia Rose Williams sadly passed away at the age of 15 on January 14th of 2022. As a baby, Williams was diagnosed with Hutchinson-Gilford Progeria syndrome, a rare and fatal genetic condition that rapidly increases the appearance of aging. But that did not stop her from doing what she loved, sharing her life with her millions of fans on YouTube. Her passing was announced on her Instagram page. The caption read, quote, "Adalia Rose Williams was set free from this world. She came into it quietly and left quietly, but her life was far from it. She touched millions of people and left the biggest imprint in everyone that she knew. She's no longer in pain and is now dancing away to all the music that she loves." Williams had almost 3 million subscribers on YouTube, posting makeup tutorials, dancing videos, and video showcasing her apartment. Her first video was made 9 years ago, and she'd been gaining a following ever since. Williams lived a full life, considering the average age span of someone with her disease is 13 years. In at number 2, Gaspard Ulliel. The French actor died tragically in a skiing incident on January 19th. He was just 37 years old at the time of his death. The model and actor was rushed to hospital in a serious condition after the skiing incident, but sadly he was not able to recover from his injuries. Ulliel collided with another skier at a resort in the French Alps, officials say. He was then transported to a hospital where he died from his injuries. The other skier was not hospitalized. He is best known for playing a young Hannibal Lecter in Hannibal Rising, along with playing Yves Saint Laurent in the 2007 biopic about the fashion icon. He had just filmed Marvel's upcoming Moon Knight series, which he will still appear in. And finally, number 1, Betty White. Now, she didn't technically die in 2022, but it was the last day of 2021, and her passing shook so many people, so I thought she deserved to be on this list. On December 31st of 2021, iconic Hollywood actress Betty White passed away in her sleep at the age of 99, just a few weeks before her 100th birthday. Betty was a familiar face on many shows like The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Golden Girls, and I Love Lucy. Her career spanned many decades and she was successful in everything that she was a part of. Other than her work in the entertainment industry, Betty was also known for her charity work with animals, having been an activist for many years. Though she sadly passed away just shortly before her centennial birthday, Betty's family said in a statement that they don't think she was worried about dying because she longed to be reunited with her husband once again. In their statement they said, quote, "I don't think Betty ever feared passing because she always wanted to be with her most beloved husband, Alan Ludden. She believed she would be with him again."